Hey guys, and welcome to another episode. So today I planned on doing the tiny takeover update, but when I tried to get Iris to download it, it wasn't working. And so we're still in 1.11.7, I think is the version that we're in. So I didn't get the tiny takeover update, but I think I'm still going to try to build maybe like a little spot for the babies, like once I get the update. So we're gonna do that today, and then I'm also gonna go visit the creaking today at nighttime and see what that's about. I've been curious about it and I know that you guys want to see it, so we're gonna do that today as well. I hear a villager. I think it's a wandering trader. Oh, what's that? I heard it. Oh my gosh, my mouse is not working again. Y'all, I'm gonna have to get a new mouse because this one's driving me insane. I haven't had this one that long. I've had it, okay, I've had this mouse for like 5 or 6 years, but I feel like mice should last longer than that. Okay, I heard a wandering trader. I know I'm not crazy. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, I got my mouse working. Sorry. That was gonna bother me because I use the keypad on the side of my mouse to go back and forth between like my hotbar or whatever. Okay, so what? Oh, okay. I don't have my clock. Where is my clock? I guess I'll have to go back. Also, do I have any diamonds up here? Hold on. Oh my gosh. I'm struggling. My mouse cord isn't where I want it to be. I got a new mouse pad, but I got a desk pad. So I've never had like a pad that runs along the entirety of my desk. Like I've only had that like tiny mouse pad. Ugh. I don't like the way that my mouse is moving. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling, y'all. But oh, and I need to collect dandelions. Hold on. What does a dandelion look like? Hold on. I would have to look it up, like, in creative. I think I know what dandelions look like. But let me go home and collect flowers and see if I do understand what a dandelion looks like. Okay, hold on. I also need to make a shovel and make a path to this railroad. But yeah, I got a desk mat to help with like the sound and stuff, because like if I'm like yelling because I get scared, it kind of like echoes, I feel like. So I got a desk pad to kind of help with like the sound absorbent and stuff, and it looks really cool. I got kind of like I got a black and white, like I think they're like topical is what they are, is what they're called. Not topical as in like ointment, but like topical as in like maps, or maybe I'm saying that wrong. I don't know, but I hope that's right. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Let me look that up because I don't want to look stupid. Nope. Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay. It says map topography pattern. Whatever. Okay. I was close. I was close. Ooh, it's nighttime. Should we go back actually? Actually? Yeah. Is my... Okay. I don't know if I like made my mouse slower. I'm gonna make it faster like this. See how I like it. I'm going to the creaking. Oh wait. I take this with me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take this bed with me just in case it all becomes too much. Actually, I don't know why I'm taking the bed. I take that back. I'm not gonna want to sleep over there, so I don't know what the purpose was that. I don't know what the purpose that was for. I feel like now that we've carved out some of the cave, it feels like this railroad is a lot slower. Also, I hope that my mic is fixed. Ooh, look! My church looks so pretty up there. Okay, we're gonna go this way because the creaking is this way. I hope that my mic is doing well right now because I deleted my OneDrive because it was giving me a lot of problems with my Sims 3 game. And so I just decided to delete it, mostly because I don't even want my computer using my OneDrive anyways. It just was, and I didn't know how to fix it, but then I actually sat down and like figured it out. So my mini Go XLR like got reset, which was like the big one. Luckily, I don't know how my OBS didn't get reset, but that was fine. My Adobe programs got reset, so that was really annoying. But I don't like have many change settings on those. It was really my Go XLR because that's what has all of my mic settings and stuff. And that was such a pain to set up, and it was such a pain to reset up. Okay, here we go, guys. Hopefully this isn't scary. But yeah, so I hope my mic is fine because I don't know anything about audio interfaces. So setting up my mic was probably the hardest thing. And I had to redo that. Okay, there's so many mobs in here. But I want to see the creaking. I think I see one over there. I hear it. Ah! Did they come after me? Ew. Ew! Ew! They move after you when you're not looking at them. Oh, they're so close. These flowers are cute though. Ew! 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 I don't like this. I saw them moving. Okay, so if I hit them. Stop! Don't do that. Be in my periphery. Do they die? Ow, 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 ow. Go away. Ah! These things are scary. A creeper. Ew, these things, ew, I don't like these things. Ew. Ew, they're really creepy. Ew, why do they move like that? Sorry. Ah! I heard another one. Ah! Oh my gosh. Ah! Now there's 3. Stop. Okay, these skeletons, I'm out of here. Ah! Okay, I looked at the creaking and I didn't like it. It's really creepy. I'm gonna go home. I'm going home. Bye. I'm skedaddling. I'm out of here. Later, skaters. Okay, sorry, I don't know why I'm doing that. My friends hate when I do that. Okay. Okay, I'm out of here. Do they follow you out of the forest or do they stay in the forest? Okay, I want it to be daytime. But yeah, so I'm hoping that my mic settings are like at least similar to what they used to be, because low-key, like I had my mic pretty much exactly where I wanted it. Oh, I don't know why I stopped right there knowing full well that was a creeper, but I think they're back. I think I recovered the files, but I did think I recovered the files before and then I tried to record and it was not anywhere near what it was, so I was like, okay, maybe I didn't uncover the files correctly. So I hope everything's back to normal, but if it's not, sorry, I'll try to tweak it. But the Generations Let's Play episode that was last uploaded was with my settings redone. So I'm like, it sounded fine. Yeah, I don't know. They're not, like, I can tell that it's not exactly the same as it used to be, and it like kind of bothers me, but I'm like, it's close enough, and I don't know, like, it's so close that I don't know exactly what I could change to make it better, because I had to like learn what all of this stuff did, like all of the settings and stuff, and I don't know. And I honestly, I don't really have time to watch hours and hours worth of tutorials again to relearn what all these settings mean and tweak them. So I'm just going with this, and I think the quality is fine. But yeah, so don't have time to relearn all that stuff. Sorry. School's been kicking my butt. Like, I've been dragged by my hair with school, okay? It's awful. I had 2 projects this week. One of them I presented, and my teacher, she really liked my project. She said I did a really good job, and she really liked it. And I was like, oh, thanks, because I had to present it individually to her, thank goodness, because you could sign up to present it in class, and you're not about to catch me doing that. Like, I can present stuff in class, like I took a speech class and I was fine, like that doesn't really bother me the way that it bothers other people, because I'm just like, who cares, you know? But I'm not about to present this in class if I don't have to. Like, if I have to, fine, whatever, cool, like I can manage that, but if I don't have to, I'm not going to, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'll just present it to her. It's a lot quicker that way, and I don't have to show up to class. So okay, I'm gonna check to see if my house has diamonds over here, because I could have sworn I had a few diamonds over here. And then we're going to make a shovel, work on the path to the train, because I haven't really figured out exactly what I want to build for the baby animals. The shovel only needs 1 diamond, I think. Correct. It's been so long since I've played Minecraft. I honestly, when I deleted my OneDrive, I thought I lost the files for my Minecraft, but with the new update, it's like 26.1.2 or 0.2.1 or like something like that. Anyway, so I tried to do that. Ooh, I have a pale oak sapling. I tried to do that and like update my game or whatever, and it didn't work with Iris. And so I just didn't do it. But I thought when that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, my game's not even launching. Like, I lost the files to my Minecraft when I deleted my OneDrive. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that, blah, blah, blah. Because there were so many files on my OneDrive. And that's what, like, kind of made me mad, was because my OneDrive got full. So then, like, Microsoft was like, oh, you have to pay $1.99 to keep all your files, or we're going to delete them. And I'm like, okay, thanks for holding my files for ransom. That's crazy. So I've been paying like $2 a month to keep my files. And I'm like, this is so stupid. I don't want to pay $2 to this company for my files that I don't even want on this OneDrive. So anyways, I got rid of it, and it kind of like messed up my life a little bit, but hey, I'm glad that I don't have it anymore on my computer. So, okay. I need to get some, well, I'll chop down some spruce trees. I'm gonna chop down this one, and I'll replant some, but I need some wood. There we go. Okay, hopefully this whole entire thing despawns. But I did need some wood because I need to make some steps. But I think I've got everything back to the way it was. hopefully. I don't think I'll need that many steps, but and then we take this tree out too. But now my Sims 3 game works, so 100% worth it, because my Sims game, like, I feel like sometimes work and sometimes doesn't, and it's really frustrating. And then I couldn't save any new game. And sometimes I want to play The Sims 3 without playing my Sims 3 Generations Let's Play. Like, I want to play a different family in a different world. And I couldn't do that. Like, I couldn't start a new game because it would say all of my files are corrupted. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I deleted my OneDrive and that doesn't happen anymore. So, okay. I also want to make a platform for this. So actually, I need to cut this down too. Okay, so I'm gonna take some of this out. I'm gonna do that. And then well, I'm gonna have it like this. Have it like this, and then do this. And then I need to make some sticks. How do I... Nope. Do that. And then this. Okay, and then I want to do... Oh, I was like, why can I not jump? Nope. Nope. I want it on top. There we go. But also, back to school. My group project is actually going to make me lose my mind. I'm so over it. It's awful. The whole entire thing is awful. I hate it. I hope I never do another group project in my life. I wish I could have just done this project by myself. But it should almost be over. Hopefully. Oh my gosh. We keep running out. Okay. This is not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, okay? Ugh, this kind of is ugly, not gonna lie. But I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make a train station. I don't. I was just gonna have this like little train platform and then you can walk down and then boom, get on these, you know? Like, I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know how to make a train platform. This will have to be good enough. I'm gonna make a path. Make more of these. I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Oh, and another thing about school, here, listen, I'll stop complaining in just 2 seconds, okay? Ooh, should I chop down this tree or should I keep it? Because I feel like the path should go through here. Hmm. Okay, we'll do it like this. But yeah, last thing I'm going to complain about is I have an in-person class, and typically with like online classes, you have discussion boards and stuff. I have a discussion board in my in-person class, and I'm like, hello? Like, I come to class every single day. Like, why do I need to have a discussion board with my classmates as if I'm taking an online class? I don't know. That just like makes me mad. And like, I hate discussion boards, which is also why I hate online classes. Like, I refuse to take online classes. Like, I've had to take online classes because I've had to have like certain classes for my degree that are only online, which that pisses me off. But to have a discussion post for an in-person class while I also have like papers to write for this class, and I have to come to class, and I have like exams and stuff, and like quizzes, and like these videos that I have to watch, like, I don't know, dude, that's a lot in my opinion, and I'm kind of annoyed. So just saying. And I've told people that I've had like discussion posts for my in-person class, and they're like, I've literally never heard of that. And I'm like, yeah, lucky me. Lucky me. I hate it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop complaining because I don't want to be the person that's like meh, 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 complaining all the time every time I make a video. So I'm gonna stop complaining. And I will change my tune to something a little bit more positive, because I'll tell you guys a story. I've had like an interesting couple of weeks, I guess you could say, because the other day I was walking Naira. I went to go somewhere to like meet up with my friend because she doesn't live far from me. So I went to go meet up with her, and I was walking Naira to the place that we were going, and this girl drives by with her dogs. Hold on, I'm gonna go into, actually, no, I won't. I will refrain from going into creative. I'm gonna go try, you know what, guys? Let's go look for a flower forest while I tell you this story. So, the other day, I went to take Naira for a walk, like I said. And so, we're walking along this really busy road. And this girl goes by in her car, and she's got like 3 dogs in it. And the only reason I notice is because I want to grab Naira's leash a little bit harder, just in case like these dogs like come out of the window and like bark at her or like lunge at her or anything. So like the windows are down in this girl's car, so I grab Naira, you know. And so she goes by, everything's fine, nothing happened, we're all good, okay? And so then this girl goes to turn onto a different road, an equally as busy road, if not more busy road, and I am crossing the road that I'm on. So like I'm crossing the road and she's turning left. So she's like going parallel to the way that I am walking, because I'm walking across the road that she was just on and she's turning, if that makes any sense. And so anyways, out of the corner of my eye, I see something like rolling on the road, and I'm like, is that trash? Like, is that like a trash bag? Like whatever. So I look, no, it's a dog. It's a whole dog. One of her 3 dogs that she had in her car jumped out and started like, luckily it still had its harness on and it still had its leash attached. And this dog just like literally, I'm not even kidding, tuck and rolled out of this car, because I look over and this dog is rolling and I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I'm like, oh crap. So after this dog starts rolling out of this woman's car, it starts sprinting along the busier road. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I grab Naira. I mean, I already had her in my hand, but like, I'm like, oh my gosh, we gotta go. So I'm watching this dog run along this busy road, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have to go after this dog. Like, does she even know that her dog fell out of her car? Like, this is crazy. And so I start like jogging, and I'm like watching this dog, and I'm like, making kissy noises, like trying to get it to like notice me, and I'm like, oh, come here, like trying to get its attention, and it's not paying attention to me at all. Hello, speaking of dogs. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Because I'm like trying to keep up with this dog, but I can't. And this dog is just like sprinting along this road. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Lord, please do not let me witness this dog getting hit by a car, because it would absolutely ruin my day and I would be shattered. And so I am trying again to get this dog's attention, and it's not working. And so it finally comes to a stop to like pop and squat and pee. And so I'm like, oh, maybe this dog just like jumped out of this car because it really had to pee. I don't know. But then I'm like, this is my chance. So then I'm like running over and I try to get in its line of sight, and then I make a really loud kissy noises, and I'm like, hey, like come here, come here. But I'm like doing it obviously like in a more like, oh, come here, like, you know. So the dog is like, oh wow, this lady's nice. And so then the dog gets done peeing, turns completely around, stares me down, and then starts beelining it to me and Naira. And this dog is a chow chow, mind you, okay? And chow chows are really aggressive, for those of you who don't know anything about chow chows. And so I was like, oh gosh, what have I done? What have I done? Because what if like they get in a fight because this dog's mean, and then like Naira's, you know, gonna be like, hey, don't, you know, touch my mom like that, or like don't look at my mom like that, you know, like it could go either way, because Naira's a really nice dog unless you do something, and then she's a really protective dog. And so I was scared, because I'm like, Naira's been attacked by other dogs who have like run up to her like this could be really bad, like blah blah blah. So, you know, I send up a prayer and I'm like, Lord, please, please, I just want to save this girl's dog, you know? Like, I don't I do have wool on me though. Okay, I was like, oh no, I didn't bring a bed with me, but I have wool on me. But anyway, so yeah, so this dog beelines it to us, and I'm, you know, sending up my prayer. And the dog's actually really friendly. And so he just comes up to us, like starts sniffing, like Naira's wagging her tail, they're having a good old time. And then the girl, I'm like trying to like grab her dog's leash, and I'm like scared, because I'm like, what if this dog tries to bite me or anything, because I'm trying to like pick up its leash and stuff, because he was kind of looking at me like, ma'am, what are you doing? Why are you touching me? And I was just like, sorry, like I'm trying to get your leash, you know. And so then like the girl comes running behind, and she's like, he jumped out of my car. And I was like, yeah, I know, like I'm trying to get him so that he doesn't run away, and like, you know, you can get him back, whatever. And so I like grab his leash, and then I start like walking him over to her, because he's trying to run away again. And I'm like, man, this dog's such a turd. And so I like give her back her dog, and she's like, yeah, we just went to the dog park too. And I was like, dang, maybe you should have stayed longer. No, I'm kidding, I didn't say that to her. But like, yeah, I'm like, maybe he just had to pee, because he jumped out and like sprinted to a pee spot. So I'm assuming this dog just had to pee. But yeah, so I stayed and like talked to her for like a minute or two. She was really nice. But yeah. Oh, hey, hey, there's mobs out here. Do you mind if I sneak in here? Thanks. But yeah, the girl was really nice. She thanked me, and got her dog back. But it was really interesting. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Of course, I don't know where I'm going. We're just gonna travel today, and I'm gonna try and find a flower forest, because I don't want to go into creative in this episode, because I feel like, you know, some people are having some opinions about it, some not so nice ones. And honestly, I just like kind of want to explore, even though I've already gone this way. You know what? It's fine that I've already gone this way, because I feel like I ran across some like tulips and stuff. Hey, why don't we go this way? Maybe there'll be a flower forest over here. What is that? Is that my tower that I made for my... Yeah, I think that's my tower for the trial ruins. Ooh, which I definitely want to do that again. But yeah, so that was interesting. And then like, that was last week, I think. And then this week, I'm on my way somewhere. I'm in morning traffic. Okay. And I'm like driving, and I'm like, you know, it's a red light. And so I'm like coming to a stop, and I'm like, the lane next to me is really long. And so like, I'm passing all these cars because the line's just like really backed up in the right lane, and I'm in the left lane. And So I'm like going up the road to like get to my point and stopping like with the traffic and stuff. And as I'm going, I see this bike and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a bike. And I like get excited, you know? And so I look and I'm like, oh my gosh. I like slow down because I'm like trying to check out this bike, like see what kind of bike it is. I look over and it's a Yamaha and I'm like, oh, it's a Yamaha like mine. And so then I'm like looking to see what it says, like if it's an R3, if it's an R1, an R9, an R6, an R7, like whatever. I'm looking for the R in the number. And so I look over and it's an R3 and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I'm like, ooh, I wonder who's driving it. So I look up to look at the driver and it's a girl. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then I stop in traffic and it's like not even to the point where I like should be stopping, you know, like I should be stopping because there's a car in front of me, but the car in front of me is like still like way ahead of me. So I'm kind of like holding up traffic like a little bit, but it's not a big deal because the light's red. So like whatever. And so I roll my window down. I start flailing my arms and I'm like, hey, and I get her attention and she like pauses her music and stuff and she's like, hey, and I was like, hey, I have an R3 too. And she's like, you do? And I was like, yeah, can I get your number? And she's like, yeah. So then she starts shouting her number at me and I'm like, I don't even have my phone out. Like I just like had rolled down my window. And so I'm like, I don't have my phone ready. Like, can you pull over? Like, do you have time to pull over? And she's like, yeah, I have time to pull over. Like, I'll follow you. And so then like we go to the nearest parking lot and we pull over. And I told her like, hey, like, I don't see a lot of people like I don't see a lot of girls on R3s. Like, this is so cool. Like, I have an R3. Like, hers is white and blue, white and purple, something like that. Like, hers is like the white version. I think she's got a 2025. I think that's what she said. So she's got a 2025 R3 and I have a 2024 and I told her mine was blue. But I told her, I was like, hey, like, you know, like, let me get your info. And then like we can go on a ride together. And so then I come to find out we have the same name. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's so crazy. And so I was like, that's cool. But yeah, so I've been messaging her and she seems pretty chill. So I'm excited. Maybe I can go for a ride with her. But it's been super windy lately and it's been rainy. And I'm like, dude, I just want to go for a ride. Because I went for a ride earlier this week with a friend. And I'm telling you, they were not fighting for their life. I was, though, because I am very lightweight. Obviously, like me and my bike together don't even weigh 500 pounds. Like we're barely under 500. And that's with like a full tank of gas, okay? Like wet weight, my bike is 375, okay? But, ooh, there's a lush cave, I think, with that big tree. Well, there's some flowers over here. I'm gonna come get these flowers. I feel like it's hard to find flower forests, but anyways. So like, I told my friend that like we could go for a ride, whatever. Because I had the morning off, like I had to work that evening. So I was like, oh, like I'm free this morning. Like we can go for a ride, whatever. Because they'd been wanting to go for a ride. And so we went and oh my gosh, like I said, was fighting against the wind. I was being blown all over the place. Which like you're not supposed to ride when it's windy and stuff because it's actually like can be pretty dangerous, but it wasn't windy when I went out to go for my ride. On the way back from our ride was when it got really windy and the wind was like, thank goodness it was blowing against me and not to the side of me, because to the side of me is when it gets dangerous, because then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna tip over, you know, because it's really hard. In my opinion, some people don't feel this way, which I'm like, I don't, these people are kind of psychopaths that they don't feel this way, but hey, to each their own. Like some people are not affected. Like a few of the people that I've met in the bike community are like, oh yeah, I ride when it's windy all the time. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. I cannot do that. Not me, not Finny. Finny's gonna die. But anyways, so I was like being blown to the side and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. Are these are dandelions? Oh, these are dandelions. I thought these were dandelions. Or I don't know. For whatever reason, I thought these were dandelions, but I guess it's these yellow ones. I need to collect these because in the Tiny Takeover update, if you make gold ones of these, the babies stay babies forever. So I'm actually going to collect like all of these. So that's what we're going to do. But anyways, yeah. So the wind was blowing straight up against me and I was like, oh my gosh. My head whipped at one point like a little bit because I felt like I was legitimately on the highway going like 170, okay? Which I've never done that, okay? Let's be so clear. I have never done that. And I am not going to do that because I don't want to be irresponsible and dangerous. But I have been on the back of a motorcycle when they went like 120, which I did not consent to that. And I was actually really mad about that. But that's here nor there. But anyways, even going 120, my head was like whipping around. So I'm like, I felt like I was on the interstate. But anyways, so yeah, whatever. It was rough. It was rough and I've been wanting to go for a ride and like take my bike out because I've been getting a lot better and I've been like trying to like integrate little parts into traffic because I typically stay on back roads. And so I don't go into traffic a whole lot because I'm not real confident in my traffic abilities. Just because like I don't want to stall, I don't want to hold up traffic, like I don't want to do any of that. And so I don't go into traffic a whole lot. But I did with my friend that I went riding with, and I stalled in traffic. I was so mad because we were coming to this light and it was turning throw that out. And it was turning green, so I was like, oh, like I'm not gonna have to shift down. Okay, well I was getting really close to the car and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to stop before we go, like for a second, because I don't know when this car is gonna take off. So then I stop, and as soon as I stop, the car takes off and I'm like, oh. So then I'm like, okay, like I'm down in first gear, now I have to take off. But then I stalled because I think I was like nervous because I was like, oh man, like maybe I could have stayed in second, I don't know. Oh my gosh. What can I get rid of? I can get rid of that. Let me go back up here to this. Have I not been? No, I have been collecting those. Okay, let me have these. And let me get some sunflowers. But yeah, so I ended up like stalling in traffic and I was like, boo! Boo, tomato, tomato. That sucks. But it's fine. I haven't stalled in a while, but I mean, you kind of have to suck before you get better. So I just keep telling myself, I'm like, it's okay that, you know, you are struggling because that's how you get better. So I try not to like get down on myself about it and like be embarrassed about it, because like if you stall, you can literally restart your bike like so quick. And I got out of there really quickly. Like I wasn't like holding up traffic for a long time. Like I literally stalled, turned my bike back on, and then left. And my friend, like I made the light and everything, like my friend was in front of me, like it was fine, but I was just like, ugh, that's so embarrassing. My friend was like, it's fine, like it's fine, don't be embarrassed. So okay, let's see what we've got here. I think I've been to this village. I love all these tulips. Like I'm living for all these tulips. They're so pretty. Ooh, and these. Get more of these. And some of these. And some of these. That's a SpongeBob quote for any of you who know. Oh! I need to go to bed. Sirs, you left the door open. Why would you do that? Okay. But yeah, so I've had an interesting week. Well, a couple of weeks. Ah, excuse me. Let's see. Are there any other flowers? There's so many tulips. Like, I really like the tulips. Ooh. Is this gonna be a flower forest up here or no? I don't know. I don't know what's considered a flower forest. Is this considered a flower forest? I don't know. Do I have white tulips? Yeah, I do. I have orange, red, and white. Ooh, did I not collect the purple ones? Oh, wow. This is so pretty. Is this a flower forest? Because this is giving me flower forest vibes because I'm in a forest and there's a lot of flowers. I didn't get the purple ones, the purple tulips. Or were those white tulips? Do they even have like purple tulips? Like, they look like lilac type of tulips? I don't know. Hold on. I'm running through here. I don't know what color tulips that they have. I love these ones. These ones are my favorite. Other than the orange tulips. I actually really like tulips. Okay, I think maybe... No, these ones. Yeah, the pink ones. I thought I picked up some pink ones. Yeah. See, these were the ones I was talking about. I thought I had picked these up. I did not. My inventory was full. Okay. Let me organize this a little bit. Okay, those are all the flowers that I have. I'm gonna collect as many as I can because I'm gonna need all of these. Okay. Alright, I think I have enough flowers to decorate my path to the train, I hope. I think I'm good. I think I can head home. I do love these tulips though. Ooh, I love these white ones too. Yeah, these ones are some of my favorites too. Honestly, I just love flowers in Minecraft. They're so cute. I saw this one girl, I think I mentioned this before in one of my previous episodes, but I saw this girl and she made all of the Minecraft flowers out of like mini wood blocks and hung them up on her wall. I still want to do that. Like, I think that's so cute. I think that would be so cute to decorate my room with. You know what? I think this is a flower forest because look at all that. This would be a pretty place to have a house. I also want all of these flowers for my... Maybe I'll call it like maybe I'll make like a little nursery for all the babies. Like a little zoo or something. I don't really know. But I can't wait to have the tiny baby update because they look so cute and you can make them babies forever. Okay, I'm gonna head home. Man, I'm hungry. I need to eat. Oh, this just reminded me because I need to eat and then I need to go to the gym a little bit later. But I have had a great consistent gym routine. I've been going every week. The number of times I go during the week just depends on how busy my schedule is, but I've been trying to like prioritize going to the gym because I want to be healthy, I want to eat right, I want to get stronger and like all this other stuff, and like going to the gym, you know, obviously like contributes to that. So I've been going to the gym pretty consistently and I have been getting stronger and I'm actually really proud of myself. I'm pretty good, like I said, about once I get into a routine of something, like I'm pretty good about sticking to it. It's just when I get thrown off my routine that I struggle to get back on. And so if I get thrown off my gym routine, I struggle so hard to get back on it. And so I've been doing pretty good about it. But also, like I told you guys, the behavior modification that I had to do for my group project, that was me going to the gym. So that was me starting my routine, and then the behavior modification was like about, you know, like motivation, like what motivates you to go to the gym, blah blah. And honestly, it was just to get my grade because, you know, I had to go to the gym a certain amount of days to be like successful with this behavior modification, and gosh dang, I'm about to do that because I'm trying to get a good grade. Not that I like would get a worse grade because I didn't, because even if you fail the project, like fail to do the behavior modification, like it still teaches you something. And so that information is still valuable. So like I could have not gone to the gym the whole time and been fine. Like I wasn't going to get a bad grade for that, but I didn't want to be the one person that like didn't do it. So yeah, I did it. And it got me into a good routine about going, and I felt really good and accomplished after going. So I've had a good time. I've got kind of like my routine down a little bit. So I asked Cookie if he could make me a like workout plan, you know, because if you guys know Cookie, he's here on YouTube. I'll link his channel down below if you want to go support him. But he owns his own gym. And I think Cookie's a personal trainer, if I am remembering correctly. I don't want to like misrepresent him, but he's a personal trainer, I believe. So yeah, he ended up making me a workout plan because for those of you also who know, I dropped my bike like when I first got it, and it kind of scared me because I couldn't pick it back up because like I was not strong enough to pick it back up. And it kind of like freaked me out because it was the first time I dropped my bike, whatever. Okay, you guys get it. But I couldn't lift it up, and I was like, wow, I don't have the strength to lift this up. And I like genuinely tried, but it could have been like also the panic setting in because I was like, oh my gosh, like what am I going to do if I can't get my bike up? Like whatever. So I had expressed, you know, that I needed to start going to the gym, and I kind of needed to make a workout plan that would help me with like my muscle strength and all of that. And so Cookie kindly made me a workout plan, which I absolutely love. He killed it with this workout plan because y'all, I am going to become a bodybuilder. JK, I'm not going to do that. Ooh, I got a lodestone. Haven't you guys been telling me I need to make one of these? Okay, y'all, tell me what I'm supposed to do with this lodestone because y'all have been telling me I need to make one. So let me know. Anyways, I'm out of here. But yeah, Cookie killed it with the workout plan. I have been having a good time using it. I've been getting a lot stronger with this workout plan, and I absolutely love it. Like, it's amazing. I absolutely love it. I use it every time I go to the gym, and it's very like thorough in my opinion, but also I don't have a lot of like experience with workout plans and stuff, but to me it seems pretty thorough and I really like it. And so I haven't been able to do the workout plan in its entirety because it is intense for me. Like it has everything laid out of like what day to do what exercises, how many to do, like all of that. Like it's a very thorough workout plan. And when I first started it, I couldn't do the whole thing, and I still haven't done the whole thing because it like makes me so sore and I don't want to get injured. But it is like work, y'all. Like it is intense, but it's so good. Like I really like it. So I've been going through, I think there's like per day, there's I think like 6 workouts that I can do if like I'm doing like as like a like leg push or like whatever, like upper body, whatever day it is that I'm doing stuff. there's like 6 workouts per that day, and you do like 3 sets of 10 depending on like what workout it is and stuff. Like it's different for all the stuff, okay? But I have only been able to do like 3 or 4 of them, and I've been having to like add another one like the next time I go to the gym. Like I add a new one like every week, or you know, when I feel I can like add another exercise. So I'm up to I think like 4 out of the 6 for one of them, and I still only like, I think one of my leg days I still only do like 3 out of the 6 because I'm like, golly, like this gets my legs, you know? And I think like once I work up to like being able to do all 6 while I'm at the gym, I am gonna be like the Hulk, you know what I mean? But I'm getting a lot stronger, and I'm like being able to like increase my weights and stuff, and I'm like able to go to the gym without like feeling like I can't sit down. Because when I first did his workout plan, like when I went to the gym and first did his workout plan, I couldn't complete it because my legs and my arms and everything was just like so exhausted. And then I woke up the next day feeling like death because I was so sore, and I was like, wow, that stuff got me good. Which is like what you want, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a great workout plan. I really like it. But if you guys are interested in that, my Discord is down below, and Cookie's in the Discord. You can send him a DM. Yeah, I'm really happy with my gym progress. And I actually do enjoy going to the gym. I don't enjoy being around other people, and I don't enjoy the like when it's busy, but I try to go during the non-busy times. I'm almost home. Oh, also, side note. So I was watching a YouTube video, and I haven't like, I'm trying not to watch as much YouTube because YouTube shorts are taking over my life, and I don't want to waste my life on watching YouTube shorts. But I do like to watch YouTube videos like when I'm eating and stuff, like when I eat my dinner. I love watching YouTube videos when I eat my dinner, or like when I'm waiting for like class, or just like little like pockets of time. But I don't like to just like sit and watch YouTube videos for an extended period of time. I mean, I do like doing that, but I'm trying not to do that because I want to do more of my hobbies. But anyways, so I was watching this YouTuber, and she was talking about like, she's picking her TBR for the month because I watch a lot of book videos. Like I love watching book videos. And so I was watching that, and she was talking about how she wanted to read like the classics, and I think she's gonna read Crime and Punishment this month. And she was talking like, I've never heard anything about Crime and Punishment, like what it's about. I mean, I've heard it, like it's a obviously very famous book, like War and Peace and like Jane Austen and, you know, Pride and Prejudice. Like it's just like one of the classics that you know about. But like, I don't know anything about the classics other than the titles, okay? And so I have 2 classics currently. I have Great Expectations, and I have Wuthering Heights because I was at the bookstore like a while ago. I was reading the synopsis of Great Expectations, and I was like, wow, this sounds really, really good. And then I wanted to get Wuthering Heights because I swear every romance that I read always refers to Wuthering Heights, and I want to read it to understand like what these books are referencing, because like Wuthering Heights isn't a romance book, like it's supposed to be like a tragedy. And so I'm like, why is this being quoted in romance books? Like I'm confused. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't know anything about Wuthering Heights other than like, I guess these 2 people apparently like love each other, and they're just like constantly like getting revenge on each other. I don't know, like that seems kind of sus to me. That's like toxic or whatever. So I'm like, I don't know why romance books would be quoting Wuthering Heights or like referencing Wuthering Heights. Like I like don't really understand that. But anyways, so yeah, that's like a thing. So I got Wuthering Heights, but I didn't want to read it yet. I don't want to read a romantic tragedy right now, and I also don't want to read Great Expectations because that one I feel like is a little bit sad. But anyways, this girl was talking about how like, you know, she likes classics because they have more depth than a lot of like modern books, and they're a little bit more ambiguous, and she appreciates that. And I was like, wow, I've never like really wanted to read the classics. But she was talking about how like, hold on, I need different flowers. But she was talking about how like she loves reading classics because they give her a little bit more than like modern books. And that's not to say that modern books are bad or like they're not any good. Like I like modern books. That's all I read. I have never read a classic. And so she was just saying that like she wants a little bit more from her books right now, and so she's been leaning towards classics recently. And so I was like, you know what, like I have never read a classic because I've always been really intimidated by them, just because like they're written like quite a long time ago, and I just feel like maybe I won't understand like what's going on in them, or I'm not going to enjoy them because they're old. And I don't like that I think that way, because I was talking to a lady one time, like she used to be a literature professor. I was at a secondhand bookstore and I had walked out, and she was waiting for her ride. She's waiting for her son to pick her up. And she was asking me like, oh, what books did you get? And I was giving her like my little book haul, and I was talking to her, and she was telling me that, you know, she used to be a literature professor and all this stuff. And like, she loves the Bronte sisters and like their work. And so I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I've never read a classic. And she's like, you have to, like, they're so good. And I'm like, they're very intimidating to me. Like, you know, I've read quite a bit of books in the last couple of years, but I just am too scared to read a classic. And she's like, you have to, like, they're so good. They're so worth it. Like, you will love them. And so like this girl on YouTube, she was talking about Crime and Punishment and like the synopsis of Crime and Punishment, and I was like, wow, that actually sounds really interesting. And so I wanted to read Crime and Punishment so bad, but my Barnes & Noble didn't have it. And I want the Union Station classics. So like a lot of people collect the Penguin classics. I love the Union Station version of the classics. Like those are such beautiful covers to me. Those are my favorite. And so I want to collect all of those if I'm going to collect classics. Like I want the Union Station ones, or Union Square, I think. Actually, it's Union Square. I always think it's Union Station, but it's Union Square. So I want to collect all of those because I think those are the best version of the classics. They're so pretty. You got, look it up. Look them up. But my local Barnes did not have Crime and Punishment. And so then I started looking and I was like, okay, like what other books do I want to read? And for some reason, which this book has never piqued my interest, like I've never wanted to read this book, but for some reason Dracula caught my attention. And you guys know, like I'm a religious person. I stay away from the occult. Like I don't like mess with that stuff. And so I was like, I don't like think I would ever read Dracula, but it is one of the classics. But yeah, so I've heard like people talk about Dracula and stuff, but again, like I said, I've never paid attention to it for my personal reasons. And so I kind of did a little bit more research into it, because a lot of what this girl was saying is that these classic books, like some of them have some Christian allegory in them, and like that's why she reads them. And I'm like, what the heck is Christian allegory? Like, what does allegory even mean? And so I had to look that up, and I was like, oh, okay, that's really interesting. And so I was like, maybe Dracula has that. And so I kind of looked a little bit more into Dracula. Ooh, this is looking great. Okay, I'm gonna make my way home. But yeah, so she was just like explaining the Christian allegory and stuff, and I was like, oh, well, like all of these books are really old, and I feel like, you know, religion has played a huge part in like history and stuff. And so I am trying to look at it from that perspective. And I did like not intense research, but I did some like little light researching, looking up, you know, not too like in depth. And it was saying that like, you know, some Christians don't read Dracula, but some do because there is like Christian allegory in it, and it like ties in like how to fight evil with like faith and stuff, because obviously like in Dracula, you've seen in the movies how like you have holy water and like the cross and like all of that that's like fighting against like vampires and stuff. So I'm like, I want to know the story where that originally comes from and like how that's portrayed, and if it's portrayed in like a respectful way or if it's portrayed in a disrespectful way. Like I just like, I'm very curious to see from like a Christian perspective how I feel about Dracula. So I started reading it, and I haven't honestly gotten that far into it, but I'm interested to see where that goes. But obviously, like if it's not going in the direction I think it's gonna go, or that I would like it to go, I'm definitely gonna put it down and like not read it anymore. But yeah, so I started reading that, and then I think once I finish that, I'll order Crime and Punishment online, because I do want to read Crime and Punishment, but again, like I said, Barnes & Noble didn't have it, but they did have Dracula, so I picked up Dracula and started reading it. And I'm interested to see where it goes and all that, so yeah, I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna put all of this away. Okay. I think I'm gonna need to make another one of those. I'll put this away in here. I think my path looks really pretty. I'm gonna put this lodestone in here because I don't know where else to put it, and then I'm gonna go down here and collect this iron. I've really just been talking this whole episode, not doing a whole lot. But yeah, so I'm interested in reading the classics. I really want to read Pride and Prejudice. Everybody says that like those are such good books. I'm actually gonna take these with me. Okay. This, oh wait, this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Take the rest of these upstairs, and I'm gonna make an iron chest upstairs. I think I already have one going. But if not, I'm gonna make one. I think this chest over here. Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna put these all down here. But if you guys have read any of the classics, let me know which one's your favorite, because I was at Barnes & Noble a separate time. I go to Barnes & Noble quite a bit, so I keep them in business. Just kidding. I actually keep the secondhand bookstores in business. I get a lot of my books from the secondhand bookstore. But I was at Barnes & Noble one time, and I think this was when I was buying Wuthering Heights and when I was buying Great Expectations, because I bought them both at the same time, I think. And I was talking to a girl there, was like asking her like, oh, like what are your favorite books, like blah blah blah, because she was like looking really intently at these books, and I was like, dang, she must really like classics, because you know, she's like looking at these books or whatever. And so I started talking to her, and she was like, oh yeah, like I love this. Like I think she said her favorite was like The Pictures of Dorian Gray, I think is what it's called, something like that. I think that's what it's called, but that's what she said. And she said one other one that I don't remember, but I do remember the Pictures of Dorian Gray. I think, I could be wrong that that's the name, but anyways. And then I was like, oh, like you've read a lot of classics? And she's like, yeah, I've pretty much read like almost all of them. Like I love them. And I was like, oh, how old are you? Because she looked young. And so she's like, oh, I'm 16. And my mind was blown. I'm like, I do not think that I could understand these classics at your age. Like it's so crazy that you are reading these classics and you like genuinely enjoy them. That's so crazy to me. Like good for her. Like I was like so impressed. But yeah, so I wanted to get her classic recommendations, and so I might read The Picture of Dorian Gray or whatever that book's called at some point. But when I was there, Great Expectations caught my attention, and then I obviously like want to read Wuthering Heights, so I, you know, like I said, know what these books are referencing. I'm kind of just like traveling back and forth now. I don't really have anything to do right now. I'm kind of just like flapping my gums, you know? I guess I'll do some gardening. I also really want to get into gardening, like so bad. Like I want to own a home so bad so that I can garden, because when I was a kid I had a garden. It wasn't like mine, but like my family had a garden, and I always helped out in the garden. And low-key, I didn't like it at the time, depending on what we were planting, because we planted okra, and I hate okra. Like, I do not like okra. I don't know about y'all, but I really hate okra. I also hate picking okra because it's kind of spiky and it hurts your hands, and I didn't have any gloves, so I was like picking this okra without gloves, and I hated it. But yeah, I think we grew like blueberries and stuff, and like blackberries and things. But yeah, I want to have a garden because I enjoyed that, because we also grew corn too. And so we grew corn. What else did we grow? We grew tomatoes, which I'm not a big fan of tomatoes, so miss me with tomatoes. I mean, I eat tomatoes now, but like when I was a kid, I hated tomatoes. And like low-key, I'm still not a big fan of tomatoes. Like if there's too many tomatoes on my sandwich, I take them off. I can handle 1 or 2 slices of tomatoes on my sandwich, but more than that is just like, stop. I tolerate tomatoes, okay? You know what? I should probably check on Rocky and John and Kermit and Cookie and make sure everybody's alive. Ooh, I need to collect my scoots. Y'all got some scoots for me? Yeah, you do. Thanks! But yeah, we grew a lot of stuff when I was younger. The corn was hard to grow. Because you have to plant corn a certain way or it's not going to grow. Like you can't plant it too close. You have to like really space it out. As far as I remember, listen, this was when I was a kid, so don't come to me on advice for planting corn. But I liked like the harvesting the corn and stuff. I hated shucking corn though, because like peeling off the husk and like all of the strings and stuff that are like within the husk that are like attached to the corn, that was really annoying. But we also grew butter beans and black-eyed peas, which I liked growing the black-eyed peas, and I liked like sitting down. I remember as a kid sitting down in front of the TV and having to like open the, I don't know what the thing is called, but like open the outside of it and then like letting all of the little peas drop into the bowl and stuff. Like that was how I did that. But like I would definitely grow like peas and stuff, and I would grow corn. I'd probably grow tomatoes. And I would grow a lot of herbs or herbs or whatever, because I think you can like, I think technically you can say herb or herb, like you can use both, but I think most people say herbs. But I would grow a lot of herbs. I think that would be cool. I would just like, oh, I would love to grow flowers like so badly. I want to grow tulips. They're so pretty. And I want to grow like an elephant plant and all that. Like I would be going crazy. I came over here for some reason and I forgot what I came over here for. Oh, I came over here to make sure everybody's alive. All right, Kills is still alive. Let's go down here, make sure John and Satomi are still alive. Yep, John is still alive. Satomi is still alive. Ooh, here's a cat. Kills, is this the cat that you wanted? Let me know in the comments, because I think this, you said in Discord that you wanted a cat like that. And I haven't like gone out and done that. Let's see. Now we need to make sure, oh wait, we didn't even make sure Rocky was alive. LOL. Oh, whoopsies. He's still alive. Good. Good. That armor is working great for him. So glad I did that, because he would 100% be dead again if I didn't do that. But yeah, I like so badly, because it's springtime, I so badly want to plant stuff, but I rent right now, so I can't do that. I also just like don't want to spend all this money like planting stuff for a place that I don't own and that isn't permanent to me. So I'm not going to do that, but I would love to grow flowers and herbs and vegetables and all of that. Okay, still alive, still alive. Everybody's still alive. I need to get working on this again soon, but I honestly have no idea what I want to do with this, so. Maybe I'll make this brick. I want this to be different. Whatever. But yeah. So I also just like want to live in the middle of the woods. Like I don't want to live in town. I love being in town. I love living in town, but I kind of just like want to be out of town. But then I think about it and I'm like, oh, but the Wi-Fi would be bad and I couldn't stream. So I'm not anywhere near buying a house, so don't have to worry about that for a while. I'm a broke college kid. Alrighty guys, well that is the end of today's episode. I'm gonna go ahead and end it a little bit early just because I'm not doing anything. I'm just kind of walking around and talking, so I'm gonna end it here. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. I love you all so much. Bye guys.